Our heroes in the north reached a dead end. It seems they need help from our friend to the east. Perhaps this path will bring them closer together. I'm assuming that we solved this level for that mirror on the top left. Let's see.
Your path has not been wrong, but this is where it turns.
Now I feel so warm. So this is what you want, to ever draw me forward. So far forward as to leave behind everything I know.
It's not merely what I want, it is what will happen.
Yeah, so it's basically playing on us being sucked into this universe and that it will reveal things to us that we could not have imagined before. I'm Noël, a game designer and programmer. Welcome to my study, where we are exploring the Order of the Sinking Star, its puzzles, systems and design decisions along the way. Wait, is that a toe here or what is that? Like a little claw or something. And here we have another lotus, or it could also be a lily. I realized it could also be a lily flower because a lily flower also has the same symbolism, or at least it also stands for purity, rebirth, as well as awakening. Apparently it always closes at night and opens at day again, almost like it reveals itself to the day. So maybe that's a bit symbolic of just let it do its thing, let the universe unfold. I don't know. I'm just interpreting. Everything might be wrong that I'm saying, so take it with a grain of salt. Okay. Interesting also how we have these scratch marks. We have these scratch marks here. Why are those? Look at that. That's very deliberate somehow. Okay. Oh, look, there's a hand here. Or what is that? Most certainly looks like a hand. So we can use this mirror. So if we stand to the right here somewhere, we can mirror ourselves, I don't know, up in a way. And then we can use... maybe we need to do a double mirror, where we have one mirror here and the other here. And that then somehow mirrors us across. But I wonder how the distance works, because here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here we only have 2. So does that mean it would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 put us here if we did that? Or how are these two calculated into the calculation? I wonder. Or would we only be able to get 5? Like these 5 plus these 2 equals these 7? Nah, I don't think so. I think probably every mirror projects you the number of steps that you stand away from the first mirror. But we'll have to verify that. So for now... Okay, so I try to prevent having to put the mirror here in the corner because I can't get it out, but it might need to be there. So that I can then put that one in that corner as well. Oh, wait. That literally... Okay, wait, what? So we're standing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're standing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it basically, we count the number of steps to the first mirror, and then it doesn't matter how many mirrors we put in between, we're only projected the number of steps that we're standing away. Interesting.
I have a wife. I have a child.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Nice. It allows us to get over here. And nice! And now we get to do this other puzzle to the left soon. And that's back to the overworld. This is gonna be fantastic. That's gonna be fantastic. I love it. I wonder when we encounter the first puzzle up here. I mean, we already have a mirror down here, which is no longer necessary. In fact, there is walls here, and we can't move the mirror. So for now, I don't think this mirror is very useful unless we get additional capabilities. But I would be very surprised if there's not going to be puzzles on here in Overworld level 2.
Will I see them again?
If you want. And if you want, if you see them again, you'll be a better man. For them. And for you.
Okay. So what I see is that we have 2 rocks. And the problem is these mirrors here, they look different now. These mirrors look different. Why are they different? I just realized this has the rainbow thing here. Like it has the rainbow colors. But these ones are just kind of blue shaded. Why is that? Oh, as well, look. It doesn't mirror me. These don't mirror me. Whereas this one does. Maybe these can mirror rocks? I'm gonna have to try that. How can I try that? Wait. Let me see what happens if I do... Oops. This. Oh, they can be used as secondary mirrors. So I cannot initiate reflection, but I can reflect off of them after I've already initiated it. And now we can get that mirror out of here. And I can probably mirror myself up if we do this in a smart way. Yeah. And then we can get that mirror back to the center, which is then what we probably need. We probably need to do a triple reflection. Somehow, let me think about this. I was thinking, so this mirror is locked in place. That means we will need to stand somewhere here to reflect ourselves over here to here. Or the other way around, of course. Maybe it's actually this way around because we haven't done that. Then we can use a mirror here to reflect us down to a mirror here to reflect us over. But that means this specific line and this needs to be as short as possible, as well as these 2 mirrors need to be as close as possible so that we don't, because we only have very limited space here, distance, and that's already very far. So maybe in fact what we want to do is we want to bounce ourselves off like this to keep these distances as small as possible. That looks about right, I'd say. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, it does not look right enough, apparently. I can increase distance. Cool. And now if we count this quickly, just to verify, we have, we're standing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 slots. And if we count the ones we're using up, or does that one count as... I'm not sure now. Oops. Maybe we have 8 slots available. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So the first mirror counts as initial distance. Nice, beautiful.
Will I see them again?
If you want, and if you want, you'll bring your son a gift greater than any you ever brought back from a courtesy voyage.
So we could already finish the level if we would simply put the mirrors one further. I know that would only give us 1 extra distance, right? That would only give us this 1 distance extra. That would not be enough here. We need 2 more. So in fact, we can't project ourselves from... So since we can't move further to the right, it seems like we need to go past, like to the right of this line. So we need to project ourselves to the exit somewhere from here. And the final mirror, one of the final mirrors needs to be on this axis here. Because that's where the exit is. So let's say we probably want to, since we're starting at the top here, we probably want to reduce the distance that we have to travel down. So we probably want to have 1 mirror here, as high up as possible. And then the other one, probably maybe here. So that we can stand here And then from here, we will project ourselves to here, to here, to here. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, if I count it correctly, that's what we want to do. But that means we first need to get to the mirrors to rearrange them. Let's try. Nice. I mean, we do have to set up the mirrors perfectly. And then we can probably do something... Ah, we can now get there. Nice. Yeah,
I don't
easy.
want.
This tool is so
Then
good.
you won't want.
This tool is so amazing.
It is
If-
I who set the Mirrites on their path, and I who now send you, not to them, but past them, along a path your own.
She could be his curiosity or his obsession or his something, his drive. She could be something like drive, like as in drive, the character trait. I have a drive, and drive drives us to do things, right? So the Emirites were driven to do whatever they did. I have no idea who they are, and he has drive to figure this out as well now, and his drive might even drive him past the Emirites, who apparently did great things, or are very well known. We do not know. So she could be not a person or an entity, rather a personality trait or an emotion or something. I don't know. Okay, what do we want to do? So we won't be able... We have only 2 mirrors, so we can't project ourselves down to this island. That doesn't work. So we will have to project ourselves from this direction. And we can do that from anywhere here. So we'll need a mirror somewhere here. Mirror, mirror on the wall that points to the right. Ideally, it would probably need to be as close as possible. Like here. So that we can bounce off like that to reduce this distance here, right? The problem, obviously, is that there is no island here. So what I'm thinking... What am I thinking? I think whatever mirror we use here in this orientation has to be that one. And then where do we use that mirror? We want to get a lot of distance in, that's the thing, right? We need a big distance to get us over here. We can't project ourselves out of the map and then come back around the other side, right? Like something like putting a mirror here and then project ourselves out to, like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but to come back here, because why is there a square here? As if we would need to project ourselves so out of this axis. We could try that, actually. Like, project ourselves along here. Or no. Project ourselves along here, then like this. And out. How much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah. It's not going to be it. Although this square here is just super sus. What is that doing there? Except maybe if I... Nah, it doesn't make sense if I overshoot from this direction. I just don't see how I can get enough leeway to do this crossing here. Let's start fresh quickly. So let's say we want to cross and we want to land here. We'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if we use that mirror here. I can't use that mirror there. As a matter of fact, I can't even get any of the mirrors. Oh, we have a rock. Oh boy. Okay, we have a rock. Nah, I didn't even look at the crystal. I completely ignored that. We need potentially put a rock here somewhere. Let's put the crystal here so that we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not going to be enough. Even if we would put the crystal down here, we could project ourselves down, but that's still too far off from this coastline. We have 2 mirrors, we can duplicate the rock. We can make multiple crystals, and then potentially build a little bridge out here, which would give us enough path to then cross. Or we could build a little bridge down here, then use mirrors. The mirrors are not set up for that. But we can use the mirrors like that, and... yeah, one there. That might be... or we use a mirror here, build a bridge to here, and then potentially cast ourselves over like this. Now, which one is the right solution, I do not know yet. I have to... so I can't get the mirrors off of the island. Maybe I can't duplicate the gem. Damn it. How do I even get off this island, to be honest? I can duplicate myself like this. Oops. Then I have 2 of myself, but how is that helpful right now? Because I can't step on my dead body in water. Okay, let's first figure out how we get off this island. I don't think I can use this one, because this one projects me either up or to the right. That's not the direction I want to go in. I want to go down or to the left. So I think I need to use the right mirror. If I want to get down here, I want to put it as far down as possible. Like, I don't know exactly where. Like here. And then I want to project myself down, but it's not going to be enough. Or I put it somewhere like here and try to project myself over here, but the distance is extremely large. Interesting. Ah, now I see it. I can increase my casting distance by doing something like this, and then... yeah, nice, okay. The problem is just... I can cast myself back, right. Oh, yeah, this is also a typical Sokoban thing. If you have this specific configuration, like where there is one square diagonal between 2 edges, you will never be able to get that across here. Because if you push it... oops. If you push it to the right, it will always align with the top edge, and if you push it down, it will always align with that edge. I somehow used that tool to copy out a piece of texture here. How the heck did I do that? Clearly, I don't quite understand the tool yet. So we can't actually get that rock out. It will always remain in this top area. Ah, but what we can do is we can set it up in a way that we can then call it back. Maybe if we put it here and cast ourselves back. Oops. Not like that. We have to find a way how we probably can get the rock to the where I'm standing right now, because we can't move it through where I'm standing now. I need to go all the way back. So, can we maybe just redirect the rock to the bottom island like this somehow? It's always going to be too far. Interesting problem. Right now I wanna theoretically reduce this distance by by 1, so that this moves up by 1, right? But we have this zigzag here that matches that zigzag here, so even if I put the mirror here, I have to then also put the gem here. So while I do -1 here, I also do -1 here, so it doesn't end up being different in any meaningful way. There is one more thing that I can try, potentially. But I need the rock higher up. Nah, no way, this is way too far away. So I can't get the rock any further up. Does not work, so it will at most be that high to project it to anywhere. And I have to use this down-pointing mirror to project it down somewhere. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will put it here. Now if I would put the mirrors like that, that would give me -1 here and -1 here. So I would probably put this gem, this crystal, instead of here, it would put it here, but that's not enough again. Ah, I just had another thought. What if we put the gem here and we project it like this to potentially here? I don't know if that adds up by having 2 mirrors here. And then we mirror ourselves down to here as well. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the solution. That is the solution. Okay. I think so. Maybe I'm missing something. We'll see. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Perfect. Nice.
That only you may blaze.
Like, let me go back in quickly. Or let's have it do its thing. Let me go back in quickly. Oh, that's not... That was not the level I meant to do. So it was so interesting, design-wise, because usually, like, my mind immediately goes to... this is the upper edge of this island, and this is the left edge of the island. So either I want to put the gem as high as possible or as far to the right as possible. But the solution actually being having it to the middle, fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, now we want to go back to that left top area so that we can do that swap thing that I explained in the previous episode. How do I get there again? Probably through this over O2 world. No. Was it here? Yes. Now we put that there. We can move over. We put it back and we can pass over. Nice.
Seems like a place they want me to notice.
Let's listen to that.
Quigley. I'm standing on a platform sized for 5 abreast. It's gilded and engraved at such a level of detail as to feel just wholly extravagant. Most of the detail resides underfoot. Why make nice carvings that will abrade with each step? But it has me thinking. Many things here are not what they seem. For one who can build an overworld such as this, who can reproduce these buildings, objects, natural environments at such scale and breadth, surely for him, conjuring a little gold isn't a problem. Who would consider gold to be precious when it is as easy to acquire as dirt? Yet I'm impressed, and maybe that's it. To show ignorant visitors that these golden areas are special. I've caught glimpses of several such platforms. Perhaps there's a pattern to their distribution, but this is the first I have managed to reach, and I've yet to touch its central glyph. So, I've no idea why it's important, but it's time to find out.
Now I can already tell you why it's important. Because we have the prismatic edge running through here. So this is on the edge of the 2 worlds. This is where they collide, the north and the east. So this will be a combination of the mechanics. Now I don't know what that plate here is. That's a metal plate. Also makes a clanky noise when we step on it. Let's see. This would be mirrors and heroes.
Hello in there.
Hello.
Have you any idea where we are?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
It's unusual, but I seem to have an unsolvable problem. I'm stuck.
I was about to say the same thing.
This is so good. Look at that. Look how the line, the prismatic line, is now straight. So the way the worlds collide is a matter of perspective. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because here 2 worlds collide like this, whereas in the overworld 4 worlds collide like this, like in various different ways. New music as well. I'm inclined to just listen to it for a bit, but let's try to focus. Oh, I love the music. So good. Okay, we have a... The music is a bit distracting, I must admit, because so when you just play by yourself, it's always easier because you don't have to voice your thoughts, but I'm always trying my best to explain what I'm thinking, and then the music kind of gets in the way of me saying things. But we do have a monster gate here, which we will unlock with these 3 guys. How do we kill them? We could try to drown them, actually. I've never drowned them, but that's probably going to work. We could reflect them into water. But for that we would need to... Well, Izzy here could probably swap with them to put them in a spot where we can... Well, that's a bad spot because turns out that we have a rock here. So we can't reflect them off into the water. At least not from that axis here. But we could do that anywhere from through here. But we can't put a mirror anywhere here. Probably very purposefully. So that we can't do that yet. That's not the part of this puzzle. So let's delete all of that. So we have to kill them. Can Izzy kill them? No, Izzy I don't think can kill these guys. Because they would need to be set up in a way where they are diagonal from each other. Then Izzy would need to step in between them, which would kill him. But he would need to do that in order to swap a goblin into his space so that they then would have this triple conflict here and kill each other. But that's not going to work, so he won't be able to deal with them by himself. But our orange guy doesn't seem to have like any power except maybe from enabling the mirrors. I wonder if we can use the mirrors if orange guy is not present. I don't know his name. He's an M something. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to try to write those down. I now realize that the blue swappy guy is called Izzy and that's not the yellow guy. I've mentioned that in the episode where that actually mattered most. I think that was two episodes ago. But I've kind of watched some of the dialogue again to try to not confuse you guys too much by me using the wrong names. Okay, let's think about this from another perspective. So, Izzy will always have a problem swapping with anything on this side through this alley. But it's very suspicious that we have this tower here. So that almost just to... Oh! So he can't swap through here, but he can swap from this one to here if we manage to get something here. So potentially we could drown one of them, but only through this very specific axis here. I think that's the goal. And that's why this red tower is here, to reduce the solution space. Otherwise, the solution space would be this entire section, but because of the tower, all of this has been removed and it's only this section left. This one cell. That probably was a mistake, but So what's actually the problem here? That's just not going to be far enough. So we want to get down here with one of the characters. Oh, probably Izzy has to get down here. That's... Oh, you guys can't even see it, of course. How annoying. Let me put myself here so you can see the whole map. I have to try to pay attention to that. So I do think this is Izzy's exit. Let's just maybe make an I for Izzy. And maybe an O for orange. Or maybe we'll use a stick figure like this. To denote who I think will go where. Because Izzy can then stand here and swap down with that gem to get there. And orange guy can just kind of walk in here. But for that, Izzy most certainly needs to stand here. Swap with Orange Guy. Orange Guy needs to stand here. But first we might need to kill the enemies. And that was most certainly a mistake, probably. So now we've basically primed an enemy there. Ah, no, I can't. Well, if I can get the mirror here... Ah, I have an idea. Okay. What if I swap Izzy with Orange Guy so that Izzy is on the right? Nah, I thought maybe I have to first get Izzy on the right and then I put the goblin in this spot and then I can use Izzy here from the right to swap with the goblin and then I can reflect the goblin into the water here. But I don't think I can get the goblin back here once Izzy is out. How would I even... Aha. I can do that, interestingly. And then Izzy could swap. But now we can't get the goblins up again anymore. Now that's gonna be of relevance as well. But why? I mean, in the end, Izzy can now probably project himself to the exit, right? That's the goal in the end for him. We just need to kill the 3 guys now. Can Izzy move the rock? Ah, Izzy can move. Oh, shoot, right. Izzy can put the mirror anywhere, really. Oh, he can't wait. He can't... Oh, that's interesting. Look, when he moves towards the mirror, he doesn't swap with it. But when he moves towards it from the backside, he swaps. That's interesting. Oh, shoot, that's tricky. He can also push it. No, he can't push it from the right because he will swap with it. What the hell? I thought I can from here teleport the mirror now, swap Izzy and the mirror, but that doesn't work because he won't let me swap from here. I don't think Orange can anything do over here. Just had an interesting thought as well now that I'm looking at these stars here. What if the overworld is a star as well? So we have the prismatic directions, which seem to line up with the 4 edge thingies here. So maybe we have like a north area, an east area, a south area, and a west area. And then we have like, let's say we have another star around it. Because stars are round, right? And then we have all around here are the combination levels, of which we are seeing 1 now for the first time. So you kind of make your way through the inner workings. That's kind of what we did. And then we managed to make a path through here. And now we're in this middle section. And that's kind of what allows us to then break free into this outer loop or something. I don't know. That could be a thing, though. Also notice, that's just something I noticed as well now. There's an inner star. There's an outer star. Well, yeah, maybe there's an outer star. So that's on the 2D plane. And then there's also this elevated overworld too that sits above this world. Elevated, right? With these teleport thingies. Which is also like kind of like an onion. So we kind of have like an onion, really. Well, can I draw an onion? I'm not very good at drawing. So let's say we have an onion. And if you slice that apart, like this, I mean, you can slice it into multiple rings. And then you end up, if you just look at one onion ring, you end up like with a ring like this, that you can split into the 4 directions that we have. Oh, my eye is itchy. When I get excited, somehow my eyes start itching, or my nose for some reason. We've noticed that in blueprints as well. So you can work your way through these layers, and every time you reach a teleporter, you can teleport yourself into the elevated onion, which seems to be a bit simplified, or a bit smaller at least. But it also has these directions. Now the question is, how many of these rings are there? Like how many layers are there? Because we do, this is the obvious one, this is where you start the game in, and we do relatively early find this one with the first checkpoint. I would be surprised if there is not more, because John wouldn't want to give away all the secrets of this world right away. So there has to be a like surprise moment where we're like, holy cow, there is even another layer. I'm pretty sure of that, but I doubt that this is in the demo, although who knows. Okay, anyways, actually we're trying to solve a puzzle here. I'm distracted. Also, why the frick do we have these goats here? What the heck is that? I think I have to play with this mirror and Izzy thing that I realized. Now, where would the mirror be useful? Here, maybe not so much, because I'm pretty sure that's in the wall here, so I won't be able to cast or reflect myself anywhere. And I can only really pull the mirror to the right or teleport it to the right. I can push it to the left using orange guy. Oh, wait. What if... What if I put that here? Ah, I can't get down anymore now. Ah, I thought maybe leaving the... Yeah, I tried that before, leaving the mirror here and then using Izzy to swap an enemy over to here and then reflect it over here. But for that, my orange man would need to be able to get to here now, but how does that work? Well, maybe... Wait... Now that's the problem, I can't get a goblin to the right, really ever. And this is the lowest I can get to, so this island is literally out of reach here. This one. I don't know what that's good for. And here we have that rock, so this line is out of bounds to swap as well as this. And here, nothing is here, so that doesn't work either. Okay, so if we think about this mirror again, I won't be able to use Izzy, so I can't be down here and swap with the mirror, so I won't be able to get the mirror down here, especially also because when we draw a line here, like these are separated, like this island at the bottom doesn't reach up in any way where we could swap something in between here, so I don't think I can get the mirror down. And if I get the mirror here, orange guy won't be able to get anywhere. I can't cross over still. Let me restart again. Am I missing something? Ah, maybe I am missing something. Give me a second. Ah, I see it. I might see it now. We can get that rock here now. Oh, lol, look at this. Then we can put that rock here. That's the key. I was a little bit surprised that they set this up in a way here in the beginning that I had to get the rock to here and then either had to drop it in here, which is useless, or to here. Like, it seemed like it was too easy to do that. Nice. Okay. Now it looks completely different, the level. Completely different. Let's swap with Izzy quickly. Oops. Well, no, actually, what we can do now... Ugh. We can put this guy there. Oh, we can reduce them. Yeah, I see. Oops. We can merge the enemies into one, so that we have less of them to deal with. How do we do this? Like that? No, we can't merge them. We need two mirrors to merge. But the way that you can mirror from here right onto this island is very suspicious. No, the problem is just that this mirror is now locked here. But Izzy could, if we can get Izzy back here somewhere, then he could pull the mirror back up again. I don't know. Now, why would I want Izzy to be here? I don't think that's useful either. No, now I get it. This little island right here is a staging ground to stage one of these guys. I see it now. And then we set up the scene perfectly. Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, that's it. Now we have this staging ground. And we can kill all of the enemies. Huh. Now the problem is we need to get Orange Guy over. Ah, of course. Yeah, that's obvious now. We just drown the mirror and we swap with Orange. Okay. Well, we don't need the mirror anymore. Nice, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. We have another overworld thing here. There is also this golden path. Oh look, this became like a superstar here. This is now an extreme star. And the golden path leads through this corner area. Maybe that's like the star trail. The trail of the sunken star. Don't know. This is a reset. Okay.
I can't believe this is what water is like when it all just stays together.
Why would it not stay together? Like rain? Like fog? When does water not stay together? Okay, so we have several interesting things immediately. We seem to have a toggle situation here where so this button here turns off these ones but turns on these ones. So they're always going to be in opposing states. Same as the purple ones. Now we're back to Heroes of Hauling because we only have Valens here, not Varys from Game of Thrones. We have Valens here. What do I even want to do is the question. So I certainly want to get to the exit. Why do we have like a slot here? Maybe to hide a crystal so that we can pass somehow? Because we're going to have too many crystals over here? I don't know. There's also this suspicious spot here. Although I don't know how that would help us to maneuver. Because even if we put a crystal here... Oops, not G, C for crystal... then Valens wouldn't be able to pass behind it to push it. Okay, what's even the problem? So I can't walk to the exit because I need purple. I can press purple, but I can't get to the exit because as soon as I step off. That means we need to get a crystal to the button, but now it's blocked off by blue, which I could get it off if I could have something on here. Okay, so what if we put the crystal onto blue? Now we can't get the crystal off anymore, but we have a second crystal that we can utilize to press purple. And now we just move this off. That was super easy. I didn't even need to overanalyze this. It was way too easy.
So much water everywhere. I wonder what would happen if I fall in there.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't overanalyze too early. Because some of these puzzles are extremely easy again. Although what immediately me jumps to my drawing tool again. It's just easier to explain, to be honest. What jumps to my eye is that we have double gaps here everywhere. Except here we have a single gap. Now we have these extremely valuable islands that have 2 rocks on them. So those are gonna give us more capabilities than the other islands. But I probably don't want to cross over here because that's a triple gap. That's no good. But I might want to cross over here because it only costs me 1 crystal, but I get 2 in return. So maybe what I want to do is cross all the way over here. Ah, see, that's interesting. Let me clear the drawing. So I can acquire a crystal, lose it. I can acquire 2 crystals, lose them. I can acquire a crystal, lose it, and then I can acquire 2 crystals to lose them. Ah, no! Here's a single gap as well. Then I lose one of those 2 here, acquire this one, but since I still have 1 spare, I can then make it a cross. Perfect. That's the solution. Basically, not like that. Ah, shoot. No, it's a bit more tricky, probably. I might need to... It's a bit more tricky. I see it, I see. No, I don't see it, I don't see it. I thought... Where's my cursor again? Here. I thought I can go over here, then here, and then use that one. The problem is, we have an offset here. So if I push that to this position, I won't be able to make it here. So I need to get that crystal down first, which I could do by using these 2 to cross over, then use that one to cross over here. But that won't allow me to push that one down. I can do that though. And then that comes down. And that allows me to get these 2 up and over. Nice. Beautiful. Now, does it say demo here? Oh no. Now I wonder, so if we continue drawing this, then this star falls into the north area here. This is in the north area, if we just continue the line. Now, this thing here is also in the hero's area, and we somehow are here. Or does that mean we have to... I would now expect, because we've solved one of these special stars, to light one up. But that doesn't seem to be the case. I thought maybe this is like a progression thing where we need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars to then have this thing here disappear. I don't know why that's necessary though. And then there's 3 more extra. That's optional maybe? Or maybe we're not here. Maybe that's the requirement for something to happen. So you need, what did I say? 7. You need 7 out of 10 to do something with this. Now let's see if we can... that's a typical... That's a typical Sokoban push around thingy. Where you can move this around a little bit. Oops. Like this, to get it back all the way to acquire that map over here. Heroes and water. That's where the worlds collide. I see. Heroes and water is to the northeast. Fantastic, fantastic. So this seems to be... I don't know exactly how to... Like, this label seems to be relatively centered sometimes. Yeah, I guess this label seems to be relatively centered in the worlds. Maybe not exactly, I don't know. This is heroes and monsters. This is heroes, a bard and bard druid. This is heroes of hauling. So here the label is not exactly centered on the map. So we can't rely on that. But if this is the crossroads here, and this is the promise, and then maybe this is the Mirror Isles, and then this is the Heroes and Water. Not exactly sure, but it gives us, like, just seeing that label, if I can get my pen back, just seeing this label kind of gives us an idea that this could be Heroes and Water, or it could be this. Although I think it's the first. So we have an option to continue to Heroes and Water, or to continue to here. Or this might also be like that. I don't know. Let's continue with Heroes and Water then. There's another megastar up to the left. Which is different from this crossroads star, right? This one, this star has these little specks here. Whereas this one does not have these specks. And, as we have seen here, these little requirements also don't have the spec. So these relate to the one up here. Now before we continue on, let's see what this teleporter gets us to. Holy shit, there's so much available already in the demo. I didn't realize that all of this would be available. Holy macaroni. I don't think I've ever heard someone say holy macaroni, but... Holy crap. I didn't realize the demo is that huge. Let's not push on too much. Holy. But we have to move on through somewhere, so let's stick to this for now. Now, where do I want to go? I would like to go here first. I probably have to. So I probably need to use a combination of pulling that rock and then pushing it up in order to then have the rock here and push this goblin into the water so that I can then pull the rock back and then push it to the water here. Let's try. That seems to work.
So I'm telling you, we'll bring some gourds on a big cart, we'll fill them up with water, bring it all back home, and we'll be rich.
Will the water behave the same way back home, or will it poof apart? I don't think I want to be around a cartload of water if it explodes into mist.
They're from a place that has no water. Or it poofs apart. Is that space? Because water in space... I'm just wondering, what's water that poofs apart? It sounds like steam. As if you have like water and bang, it turns into steam. What does poof apart mean? Water in space doesn't poof apart. It just kind of floats away. I think, right? Alright, let's go back to the drawing board. I could push a gem over here into the water. That would give Tiff a chance to pull one to here. Question is if that's so useful. I most certainly in the end want to have one gem here and one gem or crystal here, right? And I probably also want one here. Most likely. So that eliminates 3 of them that I need to pass. So I have 2 crystals to play with in order to accomplish that. And I have a feeling that those 2 might need to be somehow here. To get enough, like, space to play here. Let's just try out what we can do. I really see the point in starting with her, to be honest. Because she just pulls herself into... Now I see a bigger interest in going with her, because she has a chance to pull that here. Ah, I see it, I see it. But we first need to have Valence to be able to push that up. And then Valence can... Oops, sorry, Tiff. Now Valence can step up there, and we can do the final maneuver of getting the... The problem, although, is that we need Tiff on the right of the crystal now. Aha! Yeah, obvious. Made a mistake. No, we need this guy here, and then Tiff... No, the other way around. We need Tiff down there first. Ugh. So that she can then pull the crystal as soon as Valence puts it here. Beautiful, beautifully designed. And then she can go into this little hatch place. Nice. And then we have to swap again, likely. Let me think about this. We want to get the crystal here. For that it needs to be here first. And we need Valence to push it like this. So Valence will need to maybe stand here somewhere. Ah, no. Okay, I see it. We can do the exact same maneuver as before. Where Tiff pulls the gem to here. And then Valence can come up here. Ah, shoot, that doesn't work. Well, I'm thinking I have to try. How did I do that again? I just have to try. She can pull it down. That's the thing. She can pull it down. Then she goes out of the way. He pushes it towards her. Yeah? Ah, no. He pushes it here and she has a chance. Wait. No. He pushes it even one further. Then she can make way for him to go into here so that he can now push it there. Nice, perfect, beautiful. The key here being that you have to push the crystal onto the right exit, which is not directly on the...
Exactly would people even buy this water?
Because it's neat and interesting and different.
So if they don't have the concept of drinking water, they must be... Maybe they are dead, because the very first line in the game was, is this the afterlife? And then she shouted for her friends. I forgot what the friends were called again. But she shouted for some friends that we have not yet seen. The queen, I mean. The ones we're playing right now. So maybe they are dead and they don't have the... But they would remember their lives and they would remember that they drank back then, so they will understand why they need water, no? Okay, we have a crystal available. And with that crystal, we're gonna have to kill this guy. How do we kill... maybe we don't have to kill the guy. How would we get this guy out of his little corner there? We need to pull him or swap with him. But in order to pull him, we would need the yellow lady, whose name I actually don't think I know, so that Tiff is protected. Then we could potentially pull him. Maybe we want to have Izzy to swap the goblin out, but that I also don't see how that works. I have to reset, I think. We have 2 goblins. That's how it works. Wow, lol, of course. So can I get... See, if I had 3 crystals... Yeah, that's it. I might need the 3 crystals. I don't exactly know. But maybe if I... Okay, let me think about this. I need the second... So I can't get this one out. He's stuck. But I need to somehow get this guy over here. The problem is, I can't get him off the wall. But interestingly... I have 2 bridges here that lead me to the same space. So what that makes me believe is that I might need to push the goblin up here, then go around and push him into his final slot. I'm gonna need various crystals to do that though, so I'm first gonna need to unlock those by solving these levels, by crossing over. Or potentially by crossing over to one of them, and then using 1 gem to cross over like this. I don't know. Probably. Yeah, interesting. Maybe. I just had an interesting idea here. Something that I'm doing in my own game as well, but I will let you know in case that comes true. Otherwise, I don't want to spoil it, because I have a feeling that there could be an interesting puzzle with how these... Because this is a sequential level. Okay, so I'm going to have to explain that. I'm going to spoil this in case this ends... I mean, I'm sure it ends up being a puzzle. So... These 2 puzzles are next to each other. That means you enter here, and then without returning to the overworld, you get put here. And then when you solve that one, you respawn in this slot. So you kind of, in the overworld, teleport from this slot to this slot just by solving 2 puzzles. It's a meta way of teleportation. Now with just 2 levels, it is not that relevant, because you could just walk. So if there would be a wall in between it would be different. But let's say you have 4 levels in sequence, and you enter here, you solve them all in sequence, and then you exit here, so you respawn here. Now let's say this is just like a narrow path, and you can't actually walk here or here. So if you enter here, so what you first can do, you can push a gem. Let's say you push a gem to here. So actually this path is now blocked, right? Let's say it's a bit hard to draw. Just ignore the background, basically. So let's say you want to push that gem to the left, but you can't because you can only push it to the right. But what you can do is you can push it in this position, then enter the level here. You solve all of the levels, which makes you respawn here. And now you're on the other side of the crystal. Now you can push it to the other side. So it's a meta way of teleportation that doesn't require any character skills such as Izzy's. I don't know if that works with 2 levels. I've not done that in my game, but I can imagine that it might. So the reason why I'm saying this is I have a feeling we might get to a crystal here and maybe 2 crystals here. And if we push a 3rd crystal up into that slot, then we can't cross over to push it from that side over here. So I thought maybe there's a way of getting into that level and coming out of here to be able to push it. But then I realized that with 2 levels next to each other, maybe that doesn't even work. So this might be something for way later. So we'll see. So first now, do we have to do that trick again, probably, where we kill this one first. And then we use Tiff to get that rock back. But we then want to push it up. Oops. I can't push the rock out of the area. Because I get... Well, let me actually try this just to verify it. Because now I lost my push ability. Oh, look how interesting that is. I am not yet Valence, right? I'm not yet red. But still, because when I press to the left, the game... This is so cool. Look at this. So in theory, right now, I can't push this crystal. Oh no, she can push the crystal because she has the ability to push. Now the question is, if she is, let's say there is 2... Oh, I want to try this out. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this game. We're getting into the area that's really just makes my eyes water, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's visible. Because this is... Wait, how are we going to do this? Can I set this up properly? I can, but I need to do it this way. I want to get these 2 into the cloth. We can't push through the dress, by the way. Okay, now what I want to show is we have... what's her name? We don't know her name. Queen. Let's say Queen for now. So she can't actually push 2 rocks. She's not that strong. in the very beginning, there was a tutorial even that said us, you, 2 rocks are too heavy for you, in brackets. But this dress is on the line between the 2 cells, right? So we have a cell here, we have a cell here, and there we have this middle thing. So in theory, if I pass through, I first hit the dress, then become valence, and then I should have enough power to push both crystals. So now the interesting question is that how John implemented his system, or is it not? It is not. That's weird, though. I'm sure he did that on purpose. But logically, I would have expected to be turned into red and to then push the blocks. Weird, okay. See, that's the type of thing that I'm thinking about when I design levels like that. I think I would have done that. Unless he didn't do that on purpose. But I guess we will only figure that out later in the game if we encounter a level that we can't solve because of, like, that purposefully is built on that not working, then we know it's on purpose. But I think it would be so much cooler if there's a level that we can only solve by doing what I just did and then being able to push through. Anyways, maybe he had his reasons, we'll see. What am I even trying to do? I kind of lost my train of thought now. We wanted to go north. I've spent, like, I don't know, 20 minutes explaining stuff here that doesn't even have anything to do with these puzzles. Alright, let's go.
I wonder how the goblins feel about all this weird water.
So, we basically are at the exit here. But we can't exit because we need to kill all monsters first. Ah, we need to push them in the water because all of them are located next to water, and they teach us this right away because the only way to get out of this narrow area is to drown this one. Nice, beautiful. Would be cool if there's some extra bubbles coming up now. Now, if we push this one, we're gonna have the problem that he can stand on the gem, assuming the water is only 1 deep. Which it is. I wonder if there's water that's more than 1 deep. I'm sure there is, just not yet. Because then we could have done that, right? I'm sure water has depth in the game. Now, it would be very easy to just push the other 2 into the water, but I have a feeling that that's not what I have to do. I have a feeling that I need to get the... Yeah, that's how we need to do it. I have a feeling that we need to get that one and drown it in either of the other 2 pots, simply because of this thing blocking our way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to utilize this one. We somehow have to... No, I can't do that. How would I get that one off the wall? Any of these goblins, really. I only have valence. I have to do something with the south goblin. Did I already push him in? No, I didn't. How would I get that one off the wall? So let's do the naive solution. Wait, it's not a solution. That's the naive way to do it. But that doesn't get us anywhere. Just so that we've seen it, at least. Sometimes the naive solution is the right solution, but not this time. Just don't know, because this goblin is aligned with this wall, so if it doesn't matter where I push him, he will always be at the wall. Oh! I can kill them. I need to drown one of them. This one needs to be drowned. And then, okay, I see it now. Cool, nice. And this one needs to be killed with this one. So basically that water to the left is a trap to make me think I need to drown all of them. Very beautiful. Love it.
That answers that question. Well, this'll be a story to tell my grandkids. If I make it out.
That looks like a chess with spectators. I'm confused. What is that at the bottom? Oh, interesting. These are monster gates, but they disappear if I kill all the monsters. So I need to leave at least one monster be. Oh no, they're deactivated. I see it. These are deactivated monster gates, and they activate or they toggle. Okay, so actually, killing all monsters doesn't activate or deactivate monster gates. It toggles them. Good insight. Okay. Just like the buttons as well. Buttons don't activate or deactivate the gates, they toggle them. So we want to kill all monsters, including the dragons, which will then give us access. Now, we have a dragon facing each direction. So... we might first want to kill... oh, shoot. We don't want to probably... well, I guess we could move specific dragons. Ah, interesting. So each of the dragon faces a direction, right? And we need to be able to maneuver this dragon on this axis so that he can kill all the enemies. That means we can push him to the very edge here, because we can still maneuver him on the axis, but we cannot push him to either of these cells, because then we can't get him off it anymore. We can do that if all of the enemies that the dragon is supposed to kill are already dead. Then we can push him to the very edge. The thing is, I can't actually push any of the dragons to their back-facing edge because I would need to push them like this, but that kills me. So I can only, if I want to do that, I can only push dragons to their front-facing edge because I can push them from behind. But that causes the problem that specifically this one, because he's so far to the right already, would then cross over this dragon, which would kill him. Shoot. So we have a dependency of an order dependency, right? Because this dragon, so for example, we have to start again. So in order to kill this goblin, we need to get this dragon all the way to the bottom somewhere. After which I can't take him off the edge anymore. So in fact, this is the last goblin to kill with this dragon here. Which makes sense, because I will push him downwards, and while he's going down, he will kill all of these. But while he's going down, he also kills all of the dragons. So in fact, this might be one of the very last goblins to kill, because after that we won't have very many dragons left. So we need to identify the goblins that have a lot of space to the right of them. Although there isn't that many. We might need to kill them off slowly. Like, I kill them off one by one, whichever ones we see are possible to kill, until the situation is resolved. I don't think we can use one dragon all the way. I could push that one to the right. Oops. Then we could pull that one up. We could push that one to the right to resolve that situation, because before this dragon was here, so he could have interfered with this dragon, but now that he's on the right, we've resolved the dependency with this dragon for now at least. And we can even kill more of them. And we can now completely use up this dragon, so he's done basically. Although we now can't kill him anymore because, well, potentially we can. We can actually kill him off now by using this dragon. Oops. No, we can't kill him off yet. Ah, I killed the wrong dragon. Actually, it doesn't work, no. It doesn't work like that. But I might be able to do it this way, that I pull this down further. I need to be careful. Every time that I move a dragon, so this one is facing north, every time that I move him north, I will never be able to get him back south again. Right. So we're going to have to be careful what we're doing. That's a mistake. I'm gonna push this one up again, one. can kill that one off. Oh, I can't pass through here, right. Now I have a problem that I would like to get this dragon to here so that he can kill this one. And I would like to get that one further down so that he can kill his guys. But then we have like this crossing problem where either of the dragons will kill the other one. So how are we gonna do that? I need to sacrifice one of the other dragons potentially. If I could get one of the dragons, but I've already moved them to the very edge. Maybe that was a mistake. I can't move them off the edge anymore. Maybe that was a mistake. It probably was. I'm gonna restart. Which ones were the ones causing problem just now? The left one and the north one. Yeah, see, the north one is going to have to get to here to kill this guy. And this one has to get to here to kill this one. So both of them need to pass each other in order to finish their job. And they will only be able to do that if I can protect the other one from them burning each other. Okay, I see. So basically, I have to do the same thing, but not maneuver the other ones completely to their edge. I want to move them around as little as necessary. Okay. The problem is, if I move that one to the right, or if that one down... So let's say I move that one to the right, then I need protection here. I need to get the dragon in between here. And that would be possible with that one, but I can't push him from that side, right? So that's not possible anymore. Now if I move that one downwards, I would maybe need to move that one over here. So I would need to get one of the dragons in between here as protection, but that does not seem to be possible anymore either. So maybe I've already moved all of them too far again. See, so now if I would move that one down to here and this dragon up to here, then I could just continue pushing that down after he kills the first dragon here, right? The problem is just I can't move that dragon up anymore. So I'm gonna restart again. I need to find a configuration where I can get these two to like this one moves to here and this one moves to here. I could get the problem is this one can't pass here because he would get killed here. But I can move that one to, well, maybe not here, but I could move him to here. And then when I move this dragon over and this one to guard here, then this dragon here would kill that one instead of this one. Maybe that's the way to go. I can move them sideways to kill their goblins. As long as I don't... So as soon as I start moving them forwards, that's when it gets tricky. Which is probably now. Now I have to start moving one forward. And I think I have to start with this one. But as little as necessary, really. Maybe only to here. Wait, no. Well, maybe. We'll see. I could now put that one here. And then... like that. Now we could push that one over. Now we finally passed. We resolved that dependency between the up-facing one and the left-facing one. Oops. We still need to be able to, in the end, kill all the dragons, right? So we need to be careful. If I push this one up like here, then the dragon that's facing downwards won't be able to be killed anymore. So we need to at least have one dragon. Oh no, he can. By the upmost dragon. Okay, maybe that works. Oops. Okay, that's not... maybe we'll push that one forward a little bit first. Maybe this guy can finish up... no, it's a problem. Then right now I can't kill the up-facing one anymore. Okay, so since this is the only goblin that's on the edge, I think this dragon is the last one that I'm putting down to the edge. So this is my master dragon that will kill all the other ones. So in the end, I'm gonna have to get these two dragons. Well, actually, no. Wait, I need to get rid of the north-facing one first, like this. Then I'm gonna get this one up again to... maybe here. Wait, how am I gonna do that? Like one more down. Then this one to the left. Then we can kill off the north dragon. Now we can finish the job with this dragon. Oh shoot, I didn't... No, we need to leave two dragons that are facing each other. I thought I can just do this now, but then that leaves me with this one dragon. So we need to leave two dragons that are facing each other. So that we can push them next to each other. So let me get back all of them quickly. Okay. It's already a problem. Now I see the problem. Damn it. So these two already can't kill each other anymore. That's already screwed. These ones, in theory, can still kill each other. But they first need to pass each other. Like, this one needs to get to the right of this one to kill his two guys. And this one needs to get to the left of this one to kill his guy. So I think I already screwed up again. As a matter of fact... I just see that now, whoops, that these two are only separated by this line. So I won't ever get anything in between them to protect themselves from each other. So we can't put like a dragon in between to do the protection thing. That does make me think that maybe we need to try to protect these two dragons until the end, and they then kill each off at the end. So let's try to do as many moves as possible without actually irreversibly moving any of the dragons forward, because we can always revert as long as we don't move them forward or to the edge. Kind of like that. Whoops. I think that's it without irreversible, like without moving one forward or to the edge. So we absolutely have that problem. If that dragon wants to kill this goblin, well, I either move him to the left in front of this one and they kill each other, but then he won't be able to do it. So I absolutely first have to either move this one forward or this one down. I'm gonna speculate on forward for now. And the interesting thing is, if I do something like this configuration where two dragons are back to back, I will never Well, and at least not when they're on the edge like this. I won't be able to get to the edge anymore, so let's get this one off the edge first. Maybe one more. Ah. Then he kills that one. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'll move that one down one. We can get that one back. So if we reset that quickly. The problem is, now there's many problems, but one other problem is that in order to kill this goblin, this one first needs to move forward. Well, either this one goes here and then kills the dragon as well as the goblin, or we have to do what I just did, where this one moves forward and either gets protected by something here, so that I can move that one over to the left and kill the goblin, or this one just gets sacrificed. Let me quickly see if any of them... So this goblin is not aligned with the edge. Neither is this one. Neither is this one. Neither is this one. Neither is this one, but this one is aligned with the edge. So that's a tricky one here. So is this one. Neither is this one. So these two goblins are a pain because they're on the edge. That means in the end we need to get the left-facing dragon as well as the south-facing dragon. Okay, let me clear the picture. So the left-facing one needs to go all the way to this edge, and the left-facing one needs to go all the way to this edge. That will be their final destination. Whereas as the other ones do not necessarily need to do that. The question is, which one do I move next? I'm a bit stun-locked, because I'm not sure. I feel like the southmost dragon is the one I can move around the most. Like, I can basically finish off his job like that. Ah, might have been a problem though. Now I could... wait, if I move him back down again... The thing is, I want to get this one all the way over to here to kill that one. If I want to save this dragon in the process, he needs to be on this square. But then I can't get him off anymore. So he would first need to kill that one, which he can't do because he would need to pass over this dragon. Now I don't have the problem with the other two. Because this one, I can get that one up to here to kill his last dragon. And then I can kill him off using that one. I might not want to kill him off though, do I? Maybe I want to save him. Wait. None of this works though. The problem is the ending configuration because I need two dragons that face each other to kill each other off. And I struggle to see which ones those are going to be. Let's restart and analyze that again. This is tricky, holy cow. The problem is really these two, I can't move either of them. I can't move this one up or I can't move this one down if I want to finish with those two. That seems very sus to me. I don't think I need to finish with those two. Maybe I do. The problem is, I need to get that dragon all the way down to here to finish off his goblin. And how do I get him down there and then still finish off with these two? Also, I'm going to have to get that one to the very left here to kill that one. That's his final position anywhere on this column. Which means if we end with these two, I will have to get that dragon also to the left in the end. That being said, all of that needs to be done after this one has already reached the lowest column. And I just don't see how I can get that one past these two without killing them. So I really think that these two are the ones that will stay at the end. That means these two can be killed in the process. Whereas the one facing north seems to have the least goblins and they're the least restrictive ones. Like this one is kind of tricky because this one aligns with the edge here. Oops. This is insane, man, this level. Oops. But if I want to finish with these two, then how do I get that dragon over here to kill that one? Maybe I have to get this dragon basically here, and then we'll move this one to here so that they're in the same column. And then I use this dragon here as protection so that I can move this one across to then kill this goblin. I don't see how that works because this one needs to go to the very left as well. Holy cow. Or maybe since I've identified that I want to keep the two rightmost dragons, maybe I can now just say... Oops. I can push them into water. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I can push them into water. No. That makes it so much easier. No. This could be much harder, honestly. But we do have a bit of a problem here. I do need to do that swap trick that I did in the beginning. Where I, No way, this is so much easier than I thought. Why do I make things so complicated when they don't have to be? But I'm sure there's going to be a level like that with gates around the whole central part. Basically force... Oh, that could be the second level next to it. Same level, but with gates. That's what I would have done. So you can't drown them. Yeah, totally. Come on, it has to be that. So basically now... Oops. Now how did I do this? Did I use up that one? Right, I might need to move this forward a little bit. How did I do this last time? I somehow sacrificed one of the dragons to save the topmost one. Ah, because I can move that one. I forgot how I did that. I need a sacrifice to save the top one. Can't do that anymore. I need to keep one as a sacrifice. Ah, yeah. Okay, I can push that one here, and then that one into its final position. Then we can move that one down a little bit. Might not even need to do that. No, I do. Then we can kill that off first. Oops. Like that. Then we don't need that one anymore. Now we can finish the job. Oh my god. Why did I make this so much harder? Nice. Otherwise this wouldn't have taken me so long. Oh, this was already the second level. Oh, never mind. I thought this was the first one. What was the first one again? Ah, that one. Okay. I see. Oh, dang. That was hard. Now... Okay, I don't think... See, we could do that trick that I said if we had more than 2 levels. If we had 3 levels... Let me draw this. Let me quickly reset as well here. If we had 3 levels here, if that's a star level as well, then I could put the boulder here, the crystal. We could enter through here. We could come out here. Like if we had the... Well, I don't know. Okay, it wouldn't really work, but if we could have the crystals here, enter here, come out here, then we could push the crystal over, but then we probably wouldn't be able to get the crystal here. But there's gonna be overworld shenanigans like that, I'm sure of it. So right now what I'm thinking is that we have to go to the right here, and then put 2 rocks here and push them upwards, but for that we need to reset first. How did I do that? I first killed that one, but then used Tiff to pull it back. This is by far my favorite overworld area so far. I think. I just feel very excited about it somehow. Because it gives me things to think about. There were a lot of little intricate details that came to mind. Okay, let's go.
This is fairly funny. Don't tell anyone I did this, okay?
Don't tell anyone I did this. What? Split our personality in 2. Okay, what do we have? Where's the buttons? The buttons. I see. So we need to use one of us to allow the other
They
one...
wouldn't believe me if I told. Sure they would, given all the other craziness.
Now Tiff has the problem that she can't put a crystal against the wall. But what we can do is we can pull the crystal back. But we can't put... We can let it drown here to create a bridge. And then do the same again? Really? Why does he require us to do the same thing? No, he doesn't require us to do the same thing. Ah, but this area is specifically... Ah, I see it. This area is specific... These blue boxes are specifically done in a way... Wait. So that we can do this to create the bridge across the middle. I see. Very easy. Oops.
Can you tell me what happens later? What do you want to know?
Alright, now we have easy. 3 buttons. We need to make our way around counterclockwise. Or we need to get the crystal here-ish. I'm not sure. Ah, it's interesting because the yellow button unlocks the first bridge. Okay, weird. A bit weird, but we'll see how it goes. I don't really see any, like, how I could do anything. Ah, she could pull that in, and we could... Well, what would I want to do now? Ah, she can step on that and he can come over. I see. Now she pulls him. Okay. Wait, how the heck? Okay, I'm actually just trying. Like, I would prefer to have an actual idea of what I'm doing instead of just trying. So what if he ensures that we have a bridge here? Then Tiff can come across. Then what if, Ah. So can we now... No, wait. I don't get it. We can get him out, but not her. She's kind of stuck. So we could use the crystal to create a bridge again. Then we don't need to press one of the buttons. Which we might be able to do if... Let's go back a little bit. Where she was pulling the... Or wherever we got the crystal in the north platform. What if he puts it here? And then she steps off. No, I think we need the crystal. No, I think we need the crystal in the purple water. Like here. Well, to the right of Tiff now. Because that's the first button. That's the one I want to leave first. So let's have Tiff stand here and him swap the rock there. So that they don't actually need to step on buttons anymore. Shoot, someone needs to step on... we can't just leave the blue button now. Maybe we do want it to be in the blue water. Let's try again. Oops. Oh, then we need to be careful. Because if I activate blue again, it destroys the crystal. Now the thing is, that doesn't help. Interesting. Let's start again. So in the end, I want to get to the exit. I want to get one character to the exit. The other one, I guess if I have Tiff on the exit, and if I have Izzy somewhere here... Well, Izzy could port himself up if we have a gem up here. But for that, we would need to get the gem up there first. Is that something we can do? That's tricky, holy cow. It's weird. Weird to wrap my head around these buttons and the way they work. Now we can get her and that rock up, but now we can't get Izzy across anymore. I need to draw this. I'm so confused. In order to cross, to walk, so either Tiff is already gonna be here, and Izzy can either walk up here, or he can teleport up here if we have the gem up here. But if we have the gem up here already, then nothing presses the purple button anymore for him to cross over here. It's also weird. I would have almost... Maybe he needs to port himself like that as well. Can I somehow... What if she leaves the rock here? And then Izzy swaps on blue. Oh, I don't know. Why did I not think about that? We just needed to have... Yeah, that was way easier than I thought. That was a bit loud now. I do think there could be an extra puzzle there in the north where the dragons are caged in. I think that's a little bit almost of a missed opportunity, but maybe that comes later as well. Although, it would make sense to have that right next to it, to have it as a sequence of levels. Well, now we should have enough levels to get that Ultra Star over there on top left, whatever that is. It has 16 ticks, by the way, that star. 16 spikes. I think I do need to reset this area. That is it for today's session here in my study. Join me again for next week's episode where we will cover the remaining levels available in the demo. And as always, this will get you back to the beginning of the series. I'll see you there. Take care.